What is up, y'all? Welcome to another live stream. I'm assuming we're live. Yeah, we're live. Awesome. All right, how is everybody doing tonight? I have had an awesome day. I've got so much stuff done today. It is crazy. And then I've got another fun-filled day tomorrow as well. I didn't leave the home place all day long. I don't even think. Yeah, I walked outside a couple of times to let the dogs out, but just in the doorway. No, I don't even think I went completely outside today. So, this is a pretty special night for me. To some people it wouldn't be, but this is my 50th live stream. I started live streaming in February. I can't remember exactly if it was the early part of February or the late part of February. And at first I was just doing one night a week, and then I upped it to 2 nights a week, and never looked back. And 50 live streams, guys. It is crazy. Not too long ago I looked back at some of the first ones, and wow, they were cringeworthy. It took me a while to get it all ironed out. And yeah, but I'm pretty excited. It's like 50 live streams. I'm getting to where I've done this enough to kind of get the hang of things and get into the swing of things. And thanks to all of you guys, though, my subscribers, my people that are always here for me every single time I go live. It's all thanks to you guys. There would not be a live show if it wasn't for you guys. You guys make the live show. So I really appreciate it. You guys have helped me out tremendously. So 50 live streams. Awesome. So let's go to the chat and see who all's here. I know Dougie from Bald and Dangerous, I thought he was going to be here, but from looking at the chat, it doesn't look like he's going to be. So I think that probably means he's disqualified for being first in the chat. Don't you guys agree? I'm just kidding. Dougie was here first. I did talk to him today. I think he's not feeling good, so I don't know if he's going to be here or not. But Jad Orsi is here. What is up, Jad? Daryl Deemer. Mob Guppy is here. What is up, guys? John Bedker's here. Charlie's here. What is up, guys? Let's see. Who else? Oh boy, you guys were really hanging out. Jeremy Fryer is here. What is up, Jeremy? I'll probably just call you Jeremy, because I bet I'm not the first one to ever mess that one up. Mary is here. What is up, Mary? Mortal Slayer 82 is here. I haven't even watched any of the game today either, and I think it's the Iowa game, like Iowa State. So I'll have to catch up on ESPN later. What is up? Let's see here. Pebs13 is here. What is up, Pebs13? Valley Fish is here. What is up, Jeff? Prolific Breed is in the house. Hi, Jeffro and Fish Fam. What is up, man? Welcome to the live stream. Candy Overalls is here. I just have to listen for a bit. Welcome to the live stream, Candy. Mortal Slayer 82 can't stick around. Got family stuff. Not a problem. Not a problem. Let's see here. Yep, the 50th live stream. It's crazy. It creeped up on me pretty quick too. When you do 2 a week though, but still 2 a week, that takes 25 weeks to get to 50. It's like, you know, craziness. It made me kind of wonder where I'll be at the end of the year. Every once in a while I threw an extra one in too. Mary says congratulations at 50 live streams. Thank you very much, Mary. Joel is here. What is up, Joel? Welcome to the live stream, buddy. Sean Crabtree is here. What is up, Sean? Welcome to the live stream. Wendy Wyatt is here. Thanks a lot, Wendy. Welcome to the live stream. Let's see here. M. Howie9 is here. What is up? Mr. D's Tanks and More. What is up, guys? I think that is it. We got 30 here. Kevin Laura's here. What is up, Kevin? Welcome to the live stream. It's number 50. Hard to believe. So today what I did, last night I changed water in all the tanks in here. I did some laundry today, but then I also made a couple of videos. I got one of them edited and placed up on the YouTubes, scheduled up, and it was actually the first Monday in October. That's how far ahead I am. And then I got another one that I think I'm going to go ahead after the live stream tonight and probably finish it, because all I got to do is just edit it and then render it and put it up. And then tomorrow I've got a ton more fish tanks to change water. I've got like 20 fish tanks to do tomorrow, but it will go pretty smooth. It sounds like a lot, but it will go pretty smooth. Let's see, what else do I got going tomorrow? Not much. My daughter, my oldest daughter, had lived with me for the last couple of months, and today was her last day. She took off and moved back to where she had been living at, and she is back over in Omaha, Nebraska now. So that'll be a big lift, you know, even though you love your kiddos and everything. Not that there was any bad things that happened or anything like that. It's kind of just nice to have the house back to yourself. I told my oldest son, my 16-year-old son, now it's back to being a bachelor pad again. So that went on today. iReef is here. What is up, iReef? Welcome to the live stream. I've never seen you here before, so welcome. And you new guys that are here, I upload videos on Mondays and Thursdays. They always come in at like 7 a.m. I've been doing YouTube for quite a while, and that seemed to get me in front of my audience the most. So my views were better at that time. So Mondays and Thursdays are video uploads every week, and I've done that ever since January. And then I also live stream on Wednesday nights at 7 and Saturday nights at 7. And the Wednesday night one for the last 3 or so has been like a Q&A type live stream where you try to think of things that you need questions answered about, or it can be questions about me and what I do or whatever, you know. And then Saturday night is just a hangout. And Saturday nights are my live stream where if we have enough people, we go long. I mean, there's been times where I've went 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 2 hours, hour and a half usually, you know. All I ever promise is like an hour. I've got to go at least an hour if I'm going to go live. But Wednesday nights I don't ever go long because I've got another channel that goes live after me. So I always just go live for an hour on Wednesday nights. But welcome to everyone that is new. Trying to think, I guess we could go over, you know, Wednesday night I kind of flubbed up. I usually look up my videos because like my video that I put up Thursday I had made like a month prior to it being put up, and I usually what I do is I look them up and I tell you guys what we got coming out next week. And Wednesday night I thought for sure Thursday was going to be my top 5 video, and it wasn't. So it ended up being a summer tubs update, but it ended up doing pretty good. So I want to say that Monday's video that is coming out is so it's September 10th, I believe. So yeah, today's the 8th, so September 10th. Yep. So Monday is going to be my top 5 favorite plecos. In that video I had a lot of fun making. It ended up being a little bit shorter of a video than compared to what I normally put up. It's only 6 minutes and 18 seconds long. And then let's see, the 13th would be next Thursday, and then the 13th is just basically, the name of the video is called Learning New Skills in the Fish Room, And I did some shipping of some livestock, and I made a video of that, and I did that video about a month ago. But I thought the video turned out pretty good. It's a shorter one too, so this week both of my videos are shorter. Usually my videos are anywhere from 10 to 16 minutes long, and then occasionally I have a little bit longer of a video. But are we buffering? Does anybody know? Doesn't look like we're buffering on my side. My live stream health is showing red. Let's see if anybody else showed up. Dank is here. What is up, Dank? Welcome to the live stream, buddy. Long time. Long time. It's been a minute since I talked to you. Hi, Dank. Welcome to the live stream. It is so hot in here. We had rain. Gosh, the last week it has rained crazy. We've got flooding all over the place, and it's been real humid. But the last couple of days has been cool. But this room is really warm tonight for some reason. A little lag. Yeah, my end on my CPUs is showing really high, actually. I'm showing like 60%. And usually I'm down at like 20 or 30 to do a live stream. So I'm doing good. I think it's YouTube's side of it. So we'll see. They usually wait to do that until after I've been live for an hour. Let's see here. What else can we talk about tonight? Anybody else got anything crazy going on? Anything coming up that's crazy? The video that I made today was, let's see, which one was it? Oh, it's a shrimp update video. So I made a video called, I named it All of My Shrimp in the Shrimp Room. So basically, I went around to all my tanks that have shrimp in it, and I talked about my shrimp and where they're at right now and what's going on with them and stuff. And I looked back, and it had been a couple of months since I did a shrimp video. So I made that video today, and it's complete. I've got it up on YouTube. And then the other video that I shot last night was my top 5 foods for live bearers that I feed for all of my live bearers. And it was kind of cool. I think that it turned out to be a pretty good little video. I haven't edited it yet, but yeah. And then today's video that I made a crazy little weird intro that was kind of fun. It actually took me a long time to do. I mean, I had to go buy props and everything, so it was kind of crazy. Dank says the tadpole legs are almost fully formed. So if you guys are new to my channel and don't know what's going on, Dank a while back, gosh, months ago, started getting his blue dart frogs, his poison blue dart frogs, to breed. And gosh, I think he's got like 2 or 3 that completely successful all the way through, but he's got a bunch of tadpoles, and like the ones that he's growing out for me are to the point where they're getting their legs. And I've got a vivarium built here at the house where I did a video on it, and it's growing out. And actually the other day I put a video of kind of like an update where it's grown out to on Instagram, and the video doesn't even do it justice. But if you aren't following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, because I do a daily post there. I had been going live, and I haven't went live in a few weeks, but I'd like to start going live every Friday and do like some kind of an update of something that's going on in the fish room, or talk about something that's going on in the fish room, something, you know, crazy that's going on, like mobile. So if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, because I do updates and stuff there. Let's see. M. Howie9 says, finally finishing up loose ends in my fish barn. Awesome. Yeah, I seen this place come up the other day. It was for rent. It was a 2-car garage, and I thought, wow, if it wasn't the distance, I'd probably rent it and turn it into a fish room, but it's a little bit out there. And I know that if you have a fish room that's away from your house, it would be really hard. You know, it would be like a second job. It really would, because what you would be is you would be there after work, until all the work was done. So it would end up being like a job. Like here at the house, I can stop. I can put off my water changes to tomorrow if I want to, but if you had a fish room somewhere off, off grid somewhere else, it would end up being a job. It would, like, so yeah. I'd like to have a big space though and get it all consolidated into one. Kevin Lohr says, just moved my white clouds from a 65-gallon community tank to a 45-gallon, trying to breed these guys. Awesome. I've heard that white clouds aren't that hard. But yeah, I think it would be fun to try. Pam from 54 Punchy is here. What is up, Pam? Welcome to the live stream. Mary says to hit the like button, guys. I can't see who all's hit the like and who hasn't hit the like. So I don't know. Dank says he's starting a new build on Friday. Awesome. What are you building, man? I haven't heard about this. Someone, let's see here. Mary says, love the new logo. Yeah, I tried to clean things up a little bit. My channel art had been on there for quite some time, and I'm still not really happy with my channel art. Like on some different platforms, like on the mobile platform, it's stretched a little different. The only site that it's good on is like if you're looking at it on a computer or something. So I'd still like to tweak it a little bit, but I like how it turned out. It's better than what the old one was. I've also changed my intro up, the video that I uploaded today, but it doesn't come out till October. Changed my intro up. I have changed my outro so that I can put in cards and different things like that. Yeah, I've done a lot of changes, to the channel. Like I've added the TubeBuddy app to my channel so that it helps you with all of your channel tags and your video tags, and it also helps you figure out where you're at as far as analytics go and all that kind of stuff, which actually my channel in the last 30 days has been doing really good, growing really, really well. But yeah, I've done a lot of cleaning up. Like I've upped my thumbnail game, trying to do better on my thumbnails, all that kind of stuff. Trying to work towards getting better. You get into a rut where you just like blah 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 all the time, and then you decide I want to try to spend a little bit more time. Started spending a little bit more time on my videos, on the editing. Yeah, because if you're ahead, you might as well take a little bit more time and spend a little bit more time editing as well. So Daryl says that logo is good. Thanks, Daryl. I appreciate it. Angelo's Fish Tanks is here. What is up, man? I was thinking about you today. I saw an Instagram post that you'd popped up, and I was like, wow, I haven't seen him on a live stream in a while, and here you are. Welcome to the live stream, man. Select Pet is here. Hi, guys. Having to work tonight, so might not be too active. Well, thanks for popping in at least. I appreciate it. Gotta love that working Saturday night stuff. Ugh. Let's see here. Thank you, Dipstick. Candy says fresh peaches on waffles makes waffles healthy for dinner tonight. Yeah, tonight on Instagram, I popped it up for a little bit, and Daryl had shared a big steak with french fries and something else on the plate. I can't really remember off the top of my head. And then Jad Orsi was right under him, and hers was some kind of a sweet dessert, and it looked bomb. And I was like thinking to myself, Daryl's is the main course and hers is the dessert. We're hooked. But yeah, last night it was just me at the house, and I made a meatloaf, and I made a big giant baked potato, and then I had got some green beans out to feed the plecos, and I got a little bit for me on the plate, and then I made some garlic bread, and wow, it was so good. But Yeah, I actually ate leftovers today as well. Let's see here. Joseph from JH Aquatics is here. He says, congrats. Thanks a lot, man. Dank says, mine's been doing good too. Lost 2 subs with my new video. Yep, you got to lose them to gain them. I know a few weeks ago I was looking at mine whenever I was down at like 1,100 subs, somewhere around in there, maybe 1,200 subs. And I had gained 400 more subs than that. So at like 1,100, I should have been at 1,500, or 1,200, I should have been at 1,600. But I'd lost 400 subs. Well, I think all that, and that shows that, man, I've really grown, because I didn't notice that I'd lost that many. You know what I mean? So that means that I really was growing. If you're losing 400 subs and you're still growing, like I've gotten 180 subs in the last 30 days, and if I've lost 400, just think of how much I've gained to not drop. You know what I mean? So it's not always a bad thing. Every once in a while I lose a sub here and there, and you wonder why, but I don't let it get to me. Oh, let's see here. Jad Orsi says, that was my kids' waffles with whipped cream and berries for breakfast. Yeah, it looked great. It really did. Bob Steenfot from Steenfot Aquatics says, good evening, everyone. What is up, Bob? Seems like a year since I seen you. When you don't go live on Thursday nights, seems like forever. But I know that you had a video, your Dragon Puffer video came out this week, but maybe that was earlier in the week. It just seems like forever since I've seen you. Welcome to the live stream, man. Thanks for coming, hanging out for a minute. Let's see here. Select Pet says, anytime I hear the word peaches, I get the song in my head. Yeah, yeah. Mayhem Tanks 522 is here. What is up? Welcome to the live stream. Alright, we're at the bottom of the chat. It looks like we got 30 people watching. Let's see, what can we talk about? Tank said, Brob, Steenfot, Brob. I ordered a bunch of plants online last night. I just went kind of on a frenzy. After Bob's video last week and all those plants that he got from Kyle, I went to Kyle's, but Kyle didn't have all that much. I did order a couple of things from Kyle, and then I ordered a couple of things from Lucas, and then I ordered a couple of things from Dustin. So I've got 3 different plant orders coming in. I'm trying to make some tanks look like jungle. Joel says, did you like my car, Jeffro? Yeah, I was like, is that a 1980 model? And then, yeah, it was a funny car, man. Funny, funny, funny. I hadn't ever seen that one before. Yeah, I always get a dislike every single video. I've got some kind of enemy out there somewhere that just goes around and dislikes my videos. It's always like 1 every single time, but maybe 2. But you know, there's no telling who it is. I'm one of those kind of guys that when someone's mad at me, it's always like, gosh, what did I do? Because in real life, I'm a really nice guy. I think on YouTube, I try to be a nice guy too. You know, I'm always trying to help someone out. You know, I try to be a nice person. In real life, at work, and you know, with my family, and on YouTube as well. But you know, evidently someone is either jealous or mad or something. I don't know. So Bob, on his last live stream, he kind of touched on it a little bit, and he said, you know, whenever you have some success, people out there get a little jealous. So it's just one of those type of deals where also, you know, I work really hard at this, so it's like, gosh, I'm fumbling all over here. I work really hard at this, so I don't think there's any need to be jealous. I'm not given anything. I'm not getting anything given to me, and it's not like I'm a millionaire here or anything either. You know, I mean, My channel's just doing good, and it's not doing like excellent. There's tons and tons of channels out there that are a lot better than me, you know, and there's a ton of channels out there that are doing a lot better than me. So let's see here. Steamfod Aquatic says the cats are really fun to watch. Okay. Yeah, it must be Dank. It's Dank. He dislikes every one of your videos, probably. Oh, okay. I see what I see what Bob's talking about. Daryl was wondering about the woodcats. Yeah, those woodcats are really awesome. I thought it was really cool whenever you first put them on and you were like orcas or something like that, because they really do have that really beautiful black and white to them. And now that they're coming out all the time, they really are nice. I like them a lot. Let's see here. Sean Crabtree says some people will just never be happy and you can't do anything to change that. Yeah, I don't let the dislike on my videos bother me. Every once in a while you see it and you're like, how could they dislike that? You know, I mean, but it doesn't bother me or anything. Yep, he's a billionaire. Joseph says, Jeffro, we see how hard you work. I enjoy your content. Thanks a lot, Joseph. I appreciate that. Yep. Yeah, sometimes, you know, like, I'm not complaining or anything like that, but whenever I first started this, you know, I was thinking that it was going to be really, really hard, and, you know, it's not hard, but the more tanks that you add, like, I think the biggest thing is whenever you set up a bunch of little tanks, it's a lot more work, you know, but the 10-gallon rack system, I kind of had to do it that way, and like right now I've got it's full. Like I don't have any space to add any more fish. Like I wanted to go buy some fish this week, but I didn't really have the space. So the more tanks you add, the more work it is. That's the biggest work that I have. You know, the YouTube channel and the videos and the content and all of that kind of stuff hasn't been hard. It's not hard to get 2 videos up a week and live stream twice a week. I've often thought about making a video like that, but it would have to be like a one of those videos that probably wouldn't go over very good, because you hear people out there complaining all the time about, I ain't got time to do this, I ain't got time to do that, you know, and yada yada yada, and you sit here and you're like thinking, gosh, I work like 50-60 hours a week full time at work. I've got 2 boys still living at home. I do all the dishes, I do all the laundry, I do all the vacuuming. You know, I don't cook all the meals because we eat out a lot, but, you know, and on top of that, I still have time for YouTube, and I take care of 30 fish tanks, you know, and 2 dogs. You know, the list goes on and on and on. So it doesn't pay to complain about things. You know, it's just one of those type of deals where if you don't have a full-time job and you are doing YouTube only, you do have time to do it. You're just not working hard enough. You know, because if I could do YouTube full-time, man, just think of all the things that you would have time to do. I mean, I'm caught up until October right now with videos, and I've got all this other stuff that I'm doing. So I know the people that don't work full-time do have the time. They're just not making the time, you know. Anyhow, that's the first time I've ever kind of went out on a rant there. My blood pressure is kind of going up. Not really. Mayhem takes 522. I'm a proud owner now of a golden nugget and a blue phantom pleco. Yeah, I'm in the market right now. I'm either going to purchase or I'm going to build some type of a low, like low boy type of frag tank, and I want to make like a community tank of plecos is what I want to do. Bob says, I got to head out for dinner. Good seeing everyone. We'll leave it running while I'm gone so you get the view. Thanks, Bob. I do that kind of stuff all the time. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I love the golden nugget and I love the blue phantom. I love both of those. Monday, actually, let's look here. Let's just see. Because so Monday's video is going to be plecos, then Thursday's video won't be plecos, but then the following Monday will be plecos, Then let's see here. Then the following Thursday will be plecos. Then the following Monday will be plecos, and then we'll have a plant video, and then we'll have a shrimp video. So we're pretty pleco heavy over the next few videos. So yeah, my pleco videos seem to do better. I do have to buy it no later than next weekend, probably buy me a pumpkin, because I'll have to get that video made and uploaded for the day before Halloween is a Monday. So Halloween's on a Tuesday this year. So the day before Halloween, I will have a pleco versus jack-o'-lantern, I guess you would say, or yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna name it. Jack-o'-lantern, pumpkin, pleco versus pumpkin. But anyhow, I'm gonna do that video, and I've already got in mind how I'm gonna do it. And I kind of like to do it next weekend. That way, if I need to do it again or something like that, I got plenty of time. So, all right, let's see here. The chat just went crazy. All right, I saw that Priscilla was here. Somebody said hi, Priscilla, but I haven't seen Priscilla. There she is. Priscilla MK Art is here. She says, what's up? Haven't seen you in forever. Hopefully you're doing well, Priscilla. Prolific Breed says, what do you do for work, Jeffro? That's a good question. I am what's called an assistive technology, an ATP. So it's an assistive technology professional. I specialize in what I do is I go to clinics where they have a physical therapist or an occupational therapist, and I meet with the patient, and we come up with a plan on what type of equipment they need for their mobility needs, and then I measure them, and I have to find out, I have to know about all the diseases and all the disabilities and yada yada yada, to where I can get the right equipment to where they don't get sores and all of that kind of stuff, and so that they can operate it. And just recently I've been really busy, but the most expensive chair that I do is like a $54,000 power wheelchair. So that's the type of stuff that I deal with. On the most of the time, the chairs that I deal with on a low end are like in the 20,000s, but the most expensive one, and I did 2 of the 50-some thousand ones, just wrote new orders up for those just recently, and then I'm getting ready. I've got one ordered and on the way right now. So yeah, and I do other things like manual wheelchairs and standers and walkers, like high-tech walkers for kids. I work with kids all the way up to the geriatric age and stuff, and I've done it ever since I was like 19 years old. So that's what I do. I delivered one last month, or maybe it was this, yeah, what is this, September? So in August, I delivered one to a kid that was like 14 years old, and he had never had a power wheelchair. He'd always been in a manual wheelchair, and he'd always been pushed around. And he wanted to, one of his goals last year in the middle school was whenever he goes to the high school, he wanted to have a power wheelchair. So I brought a demonstration chair out last year and got it all set up for him and let him use it throughout the school year. And then when school year was out, we sent everything off to insurance to get a prior authorization. And right before school started this year, I got him into it, and now he's independent with his mobility, and he's really excited and happy about it. And that is like something that we all overlook. We take it for granted that I can get up and go to the bathroom and just walk and get there, and this kid, 14 years, he's been pushed around, so it's really fulfilling with the kids, because they don't really care or know, like they were born this way. They are happy with life the way it is, and yeah, so there was somebody that popped in the chat, but the chat bumped. It was something Loach. And I wanted to grab that one really quick because that name. Okay, the Loach guy. If they dislike it, they still took the time to watch it. Yeah, and the dislikes mean the same to YouTube as the likes do, so it doesn't hurt my channel at all. Like, it's the same as a like. It's just a channel engagement. And yeah. John Bedker says, yeah, like one person disliked all your fish room tours. I'm surprised you can't see who disliked them. Yeah, I can't see it. I don't know, but man, your video did really good. I think your video that I did, the first one, maybe up to 800 views now. I'd have to look. Let's see, where is your video? Yeah, 823 views on your fish room video. Now the Pleco one that I did is 400 views. That's still good for on my channel, but your fish room one, the first one that I did, 823 views. And I'm surprised that the second one didn't do as close close to as good as the first one did, because I kind of you know, promoted the second one, the Plecos one, you know. So anyhow, welcome to the live stream, the Loach guy. I love your avatar, I guess is what you call it, or like your profile pic. That's really cool. And the Loach guy, I've got a tank here at the house that's got a bunch of clown loaches in it, and I just love those things. And I'm pretty sure I can just see a part of it. It looks like a clown loach. So welcome to the live stream. Never seen you here before. Welcome, brother. Let's see here. Where are we at? Sean Crabtree says, I don't know much about Plecos. What species would be best in a 20-gallon? It's really up to you. 20-gallon, you know, you just got to worry about how many to stock in it. You can put just about any kind of Pleco in a 20-gallon, except for the ones that get really, really big. So you just want to stay with one that doesn't get over 4 or 5 inches long. And if you've already got the tank, you're kind of out of luck, but the 20-gallon longs would be better because you want more surface area than you do. You want the more surface area, you know, so the Plecos, you know, have a lot more ground instead of height and stuff like that. But that's kind of a subjective question. Just stay away from the Plecos that get big. Don't get no royal Plecos or no common Plecos, and the species that get really big. Dank says the Pleco community. That's kind of funny. Never heard of that. Rubber lip, bristle nose will go good in a 20 long. Yep, you got to have the small ones. Yeah, Joseph says Pleco heavy. I have been Pleco heavy. You know, to the point where, like, today's video is kind of nice, shooting some shrimp, you know, like, I hadn't made a shrimp video, and by the time the video comes out, it'll be like 3 months, so it's kind of crazy, but the last one I did didn't do very good, so I enjoy my shrimp, though. Okay, Select Pet says, somehow I'm on a run of killing all my Plecos and only my Plecos, so maybe I need a Pleco break. Dang. Yeah, I haven't, knock on wood, you know, you hate to say these kind of things out loud. I haven't lost a Pleco in a long time. But the last one I lost it, and then like 2 weeks later I lost the other one. But the 4 that they were in the tank with, nothing was wrong with them. So I don't know what happened to them. But they were L183 Starlight Plecos. I bought 6 originally, and gosh, I think I'd had them for a couple of months before those 2 died, and there was no signs of anything wrong with them at all. So I don't know. Ed's Fish says, oh, my dad has 2 visiting therapists and tons of gear. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I got into this because I was working at a factory that made hinges. So we made hinges for boats and all kinds of stuff, you know, but I hated it because no matter what kind of gloves you wore or whatever, you would get these steel splinters in your fingers every day, and your hands were just sore all the time. And I hated factory work. And I mean, the factory that I worked at was air conditioned in the summertime. There was air conditioning units all over the place, like close to your workstation even. You know, I mean, it was heated in the wintertime. The hours were great, like 7 in the morning till like 3:30 in the afternoon. You know, Monday through Thursday, so you had Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. I mean, all those kind of things, but I just hated working in a factory. It just wasn't for me. And I had a friend that was over at my house one night, and we were talking about how much I hated it. And he goes, "You should put your application in at American Home Patient where my dad works. He's a boss there, and they're looking for help." He said, "I guarantee you'll get the job." And I went down there and put in my application and got on right away, and I've been in that business ever since. I've worked for 2, 3, 4 different places now in my 20 plus year career. I think it's 22 years right now, somewhere around in there. John says there's a 29 gallon on Des Moines Craigslist for just $250. You better move on that. Yeah, buddy, I'll get right on top of that. Aquascaping 101 is here, says hello, what is up? Welcome to the live stream. Joel says I need a walker right now. Yep. I try to stay away. Like, I've worked for companies that were the full line medical equipment. So they do everything. They have a walk-in business where you can go in there and get bandages, you know, leg bags, yada yada yada, you name it, kind of like a pharmacy, you know. And they would do oxygen, they would do beds and little walkers and canes and all that kind of stuff. And then there was wheelchair business with it. But the company that I work for is high-end rehab equipment. So like if I do a walker, it's one of those expensive walkers. Now I could do one of those little walkers, but they don't come to me for that. They come to me for the specialty stuff, you know, for the people that are really, really difficult. Like I work for the University of Iowa a lot, and like there was one where it was a conjoined twin where they separated them, and they only had 3 legs. So the one that had the missing hip and leg, I had to build a foam seating system for the stroller, and yeah, it's like high-tech stuff sometimes. I had to take liquid foam and pour it into a bag and have her set on it, and then I had to form it all and put soft foam over the top of it, and yada yada yada. Dank, back up, Terry. Yep. Prolific Breed says, cool, learn something new every day. Yep. It's just, I kind of fell into that job and then just never looked back. And back in the old days, whenever I did it, I was on call 24 hours a day. And like my first job that I had, it was every other week. And that was really strapping, you know, like you would get calls in the middle of the night, someone's oxygen equipment had broke down, and you had to go out in the middle of the night to, you know, fix something, you know. And I did that for years and years. At my first 2 companies, I was on call 24/7, but now I'm not, and I don't really work the weekends unless there's like some type of benefit thing or something like that where I have to go to. Okay, the chat's getting ready to jump. There it jumped. Wow, I'm way behind. Mob Guppy said, I was trying to buy a super chat at Jeffroz FishKeeping. YouTube is experiencing technical problems. Alright. Dank says, I feed Rapashi, Soylent, and Flakes. Yep. Select Pet, are you feeding sinking food after lights out? Tetragranules, bunch of different foods. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm gonna make some what type of foods I feed my fish. Like I did that one last night, but I've got one for plecos coming up too. Green beans is a staple. Select Pet says, I'm at work at lights out, but now that I am thinking about it, I'm betting the food is the issue. It may get cleaned out by others before plecos get alerted. Yep. I still don't kind of have that issue either. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like lots of times what you have to do, and I think somebody already said this too, if you've got some that are nocturnal types, it's better to feed them later, like close to their feeding time, because otherwise it will get ate before they get to it. Mr. D's Tanks and More says YouTube was down 4 hours here today. Ugh. Priscilla says, like mine, the one I gave Trevor. Where's he at anyhow? I have not talked to him. I thought about that this afternoon and then I got sidetracked. I was going to reach out to him. I have not talked to him. Gosh. Probably since last Saturday night, actually. Huh. No. I take that back. I talked to him probably Monday or Tuesday night. Probably Monday night. Maybe it was even Wednesday night. I can't remember. I haven't talked to him today, though. Yep. Dink's right there. Joseph also makes a good point. You should have wood or leaf litter in the tank. Yep. Always got to have some wood for him to munch on, and I always keep leaf litter in all of my tanks, actually, because most of them either have plecos or shrimp in them. But yep, that's a good point. The Loach guy says, the pleco I miss the most is the blue eye. I guess the area they collect them is in the middle of a civil war or something. Gets big like the royal. Nice. Yep. I'd like to get, the only problem that I kind of foresee in doing a community pleco tank, because I'm going to have to do my homework. I don't want to do just a bunch of just standard ancistrus. I'd kind of like to do some that not a lot of people are keeping, but I'm going to kind of have to keep the same species, I would think, because I was thinking about if I did Hypancistrus, that would be nice because I haven't kept Hypancistrus before. I haven't kept Hypancistrus before. And there's a lot of them, so I would have to do something like that. So I'd have to have low flow, different things like that, or no, not low flow, sorry, high flow. You know, I'd have to get a whole different type of food strategy going. So I really need to do my homework and also like get some that can go together and try to make their you know, what my plans are is to try to do it right back here behind me, so that my background is kind of like a big frag tank, you know. And I'm thinking about, if I can't find one for a reasonable enough price, I'm thinking about maybe making one with a great big panel in the front of it, to where I don't have to only have overview, you know, because I am in the video game here. But it's just all thinking right now, you know, it's all up in the air. Keith Boardley says, are there any nano plecos? I am still really new to the hobby, less than a year. The clown pleco stays pretty small. I've got one of those in a tank. Gosh, they probably get like 3 inches long, I would say, somewhere around in there. They get like an inch wide, somewhere around in there. So that one sticks out in my mind as what kind of could be considered a nano pleco, but nothing really nano that I know of. Yeah. Autocinkless, yeah. They're not really like a pleco, but kinda-ish. Yeah, but in my book they are. You're already answering what I'm talking about. Yep, Autos rock. Prolific Breed says, be right back. Carbon Really is here. Hello, Jeffro. Hello, everyone. What is up, Carbon Really? Nice to see ya. Welcome to the live stream. Wow. I I hate it when I get to the bottom of the chat. It's not really the bottom of the chat, and then whenever I get down there and I push it that last time, it just blows up. So maybe I'll start reading from the bottom and go up. Select Pet says, my Angels and Rams will probably destroy any eggs they lay. Yep. So you probably would have to do some type of technique where it's like a cone or something like that, where they put it on the cone and then you remove the cone. That's what, I mean, for angels, I think a lot of people do that, kind of like what you do with discus. I've never bred angel fish, so I don't know that for a fact, but that's probably what you would have to do, is do something where you're removing the eggs. They're sticking them to something, and then you're removing that, and you're putting it in like a breeder box or like an egg tumbler or something like that. Bluefish Aquatic says, you'll never see the clown until it's too late. Yep, the clown pleco that I have is just nocturnal. You have to go searching for it to see it. Joel from Corvus Oskin is here. He says, hey man, what is up, Joel? I could feel you the other day, only 4 hours away from me. That sounded kind of weird. No, I couldn't actually, but hopefully you get. It looked like you guys had a good time in Minnesota. Hopefully you're having a good weekend. Let's see here. Select Pet says, I spooked them when I shined a light on them, trying to see better. Yeah, definitely. Pete Berlinski's here. Happy 50th episode, Jeffro. I'll catch up with the stream after I'm off to work now, mate. All right. Well, thanks for the congrats, man. Thanks for helping me have a great live stream all the time, too, Pete. Nice to see ya. Hope work goes good. Yeah, Joel's happy 50th, bruh. Yeah, I think Joel's like at 700 now or something like that. I don't know if it's 700 for live streams. I think as far as videos go, I'm over 300, but I've got a lot of them that I've went back and put to, what do you call it? Unlisted or whatever, private or unlisted. And yeah, so I know that I'm over 300 videos. I think I've got 200 plus, like 215 on YouTube right now. But I'm getting to where I know how to make a video now. Ish. Mob Guppy says the Twin Cities equals epic. Yep, I love going up there. Yeah, Joel G NZ says, I feel you from all the way from New Zealand. I feel the feels. 13 fish room tours in 2 days. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I know whenever I went to see Jeremy, I don't know how I did it, but I ended up on a Saturday, I ended up making 5 videos out of it, and out of the 5 videos, they were really productive. You add all the views up to them, and it did really, really good. But yeah, I know what you mean. I did 5 in one day. Now, that was just shooting 5 in one day. It took me a couple of weeks to get them all, you know, edited and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I know what you mean. 13, good grief. Alex Chavez is here. Hey, Jeff, how are you in the tanks? Doing well. Doing well. I got all these tanks, water changes done in them last night. And I've got a bunch to do tomorrow. I think I got like 20 some to do tomorrow. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that sounds exhausting, Joel. Yeah, lots of filming, lots of cards, lots of batteries. Like, it is crazy. 13 fish room tours in 2 days is crazy. 5 in one day was nuts. And like whenever I went to John's and did his, I ended up getting 3 videos out of that in one day. And that was because of thinking on my feet. And I came up with another video idea while I was there, and it worked like a champ. Let's see here. Joseph says AE is more like a vacation. Yeah, I've thought of that too. Like if I go, like what do you do for making videos? You know, I mean, I'm all ahead on my videos, so I probably won't. My only issue will be is I'm supposed to leave Saturday morning to come back if I make it home in time to live stream that Saturday night. But if not, I could come up with a plan where I could bump another video back into that spot and just do an Instagram post where delayed flight, yada yada yada. I'm not going to be able to live stream tonight. I'm really sorry. I put a video because I've only missed one Saturday night live stream since I've been going live, and that was Memorial Day weekend. I went to my mom's down in southern Missouri, and so I put a video up in its place. Joel says, I got some shrimp from Brian Dalberg. Awesome, man. Awesome. Did you ever get the guppy and shrimp from your German trip? Ed's Fish says, oh man, I hate when my fish lights go off and I want to mess around in their tank. Yep, this was brought up at my live stream probably 2 or 3 live streams ago. I made the comment that none of my lights are on timers. And I was like ostracized, you know, and I probably should do timers, but like I've got different tanks on different cycles. It would definitely make it easier. I've got a lot of them to where at least I only have to flip one switch to shut like 12 off, you know, but I don't have them on automatic timers. I probably need to just invest and do that because like today I was watching Rachel O'Leary, and she only keeps her lights on her tanks for 7 hours, and I know mine get like probably 10 or so, and I've got one that the green hair algae is growing like not mad or crazy or anything, but I know that, you know, I'm not overfeeding the tank, but it's in places where it's closer to the light, so I need to probably work on that. The Loach guy says, all this fish talk makes me want to do water changes. Yep, that's one thing that I do when I watch live streams throughout the week, is I do some water changes. Like I was a big time lurker this week. I worked in the fish room while, like, my Planet aquarium, I hadn't done any maintenance on it in forever. And I had to get in there to my crypts and clean them all out, and yeah, like trimming. I did a bunch of trimming while I was on Joel's live stream one day this week, and yeah, that's what I like to do. Punchy says, I don't have timers. The fish wake up and go to bed when I do. Yeah, that's kind of how I do it too. And then like on days whenever I know that I'm going to be gone for a long time during the day, I don't even turn the lights on until I come home from work, because I'm up till midnight every night anyhow. So like if I get home at 5 and go to bed at 7, or no, midnight, that's 7 hours. So the lights were on for 7 hours. So Ed's Fish says, I'm too much of a forgetful dong to not use timers. Yeah. I look at it this way. If I forgot to use a timer, or I forgot to turn on my lights one day, that's just one day that they didn't get light. It's not really going to kill the plants, you know, or kill the fish. Like whenever I go away for a few days, I always keep all the lights off, because if you didn't, they would get non-stop light the whole time, you know. So I go for the shut the lights off type thing whenever I leave. Mob Guppy says, I have my next video built for the next 6 weeks. I will produce 2 more tomorrow. Working ahead is my deal. Yep. And another thing that brings up too is like you hear some YouTubers out there complaining every once in a while. Not anymore. Like, I think everybody's adjusted. But whenever they first started really cracking down, you know, after that PewDiePie thing, where they would just demonetize everything. If you said breeding for profit in your video, they would demonetize it, and everybody was all mad. And that never ever affected me, because I would have known a long time before that video was going up, because what they were complaining about and upset about was You know, the most important time that your video is the first 48 hours that it's uploaded. Kind of determines how it's going to do. Um, so if it does really good in the first 48 hours, you don't get any of that monetization while they're looking at it, yada yada yada. Well, how you fix that is you schedule them ahead of time, at least more than 48 hours ahead of time. And after you get a little bit ahead like that, it's not that hard to do, but it never did ever bother me. Select Pet says automated change is on my to-do list. Me too. And I've got some plans that are coming out in the future of starting to do that. I just haven't went down and measured. I've got a basement that I don't have an aquarium in at all. And all I really technically have to have in it is my washer and dryer. My deep freeze could either come upstairs or it could go to the other side of the basement. But I've got electric down there. I've got water down there. I've got drains down there. I could do an automatic drip system. And yeah, I really kind of know how to do it all too. I've got it all kind of figured out. I've just been doing a bunch of research to try to figure out how to do it. And now it's just implementing it and what's the best way to implement it and whether I want to do it or not. I mean, I think it would be awesome to have an automatic drip, you know, continuous water change, you know, half a gallon per hour. I think that would be awesome. Priscilla MK Art says, uh-oh, I got a 4-screen silk print press, which means I am going to make shirts. Uh-oh. Awesome. Let's see here. I thought that I'd missed something, but I guess not. Devin Peppers is in the house. Yes, I didn't miss it. Nope. We're still here, buddy. Welcome to the live stream. Awesome. Mob Guppy just breaks some news for me. The Battle of Iowa won by the Hawkeyes. Awesome. That's good news. M. Howie9 says auto water change is the best thing on earth. Yeah, I agree. I really am thinking seriously about it. Like, I've got everything running pretty smooth right now, and my water changes aren't hard by no means, but if I could like maybe eliminate them or at least make them to where all I've got to do is maybe do some gravel whacking from here from time to time. I think fresh continuous water is good. Like Jeremy from Sergeant Tank Pet swears by it. Like he swears that with plecos and different fish species, they grow better, like they have better breeding habits, yada yada yada. The list goes on and on and on. Michael from Mile High Plecos is here, and he says, sorry, I was in the mountains and I didn't have service. Hello all. Well, welcome to the live stream, buddy. JH Aquatics brings up a very, very good point. Joseph says auto drip system equals big water bill. Yeah, they do our water bills by the month now too. It used to be 3 months, and 3 months used to be anywhere from $80 to $100 whenever my 2 teenage daughters were still at home and my 2 younger sons. So whenever I had 4 kids here at the house and they did it every 3 months, my water bill every 3 months was $80 to $100. Well, now that they do it once a month, my water bill is $50 a month with just me and the boys. So our water bill has gone up, not because of usage, but because they've raised their prices. They switched it up to make it once a month, thinking that it would be easier for us to pay once a month or something, and then they jacked the prices up. So they knew that that was going to be too hard for people to come up with 150 versus 80 every 3 months. So they thought they'd split it up and do 50 a month is what I think. But yep. Let's see here. Valley Fish says, I also could do a basement system, but would never see them, so that's not going to work. Yeah, um, that does bring up another good point. Um, I'd probably be spending a lot more time in there. You know, I've never had a fish room that's just one fish room, but like Michael that's here in the chat, lots of times whenever he's on these live streams, he's fiddling around down in his fish room, and I'm pretty positive now that he's got the new house, it's all in one place in his basement. So while he's on these live streams, he can just go and goof, you know. And like me, I don't have a wife or a significant other. Um, the boys just kind of do their own thing throughout the night, so I'm sure that I would be spending a lot of time down there. So I don't know. Like Jeremy, his house, he doesn't have one fish tank upstairs at all. Like it almost makes me wonder if I would maybe have one display tank upstairs to still be able to have that viewing pleasure, because like when I'm at work here, I've got all the sounds of water going on at all times. If I stop, or like if I'm on the phone, I can just stare at like guppies just swimming everywhere or something, you know. So yeah, I do see what you mean there, Jeff. M Howie 9 says, mine is not an auto drip. I run mine on a Neptune Apex. It changes 3 times a day. My water is about $100. You can do the same with the sprinkler solenoid. Yeah, I've seen those too. Priscilla MK Art says, water is way more pricey here. LOL. Yeah. John Bedker says, I'll have to try one next time I buy another heater. Bluefish Aquatic says, how's your electric bill been? What have you done to conserve? Oh my gosh. I never conserve on my electric, you know. Like, the only thing I would say is like in the wintertime, I keep the furnace turned down pretty low. This winter I probably won't, because I'm backing off on my heaters. Like I don't have my heaters as high on my tanks. So usually in the wintertime I keep my furnace down to like 68, and you know, I always tell the kids, if you're cold, put some sweats on and a sweatshirt or something, you know. But this year I'll probably run it like 70 or 72, somewhere around in there, to where my heaters don't overwork. That would be one thing. And like in the summertime, I don't really run the air really cool. Select Pet says, one day my fish room will have a TV too, to play fish fan videos on autoplay. Yeah, I've got a really good setup here. I've got a smart TV that's like 50 some inches. I can't remember if it's 50 or 52 inches. Right here in front of me at my desk. And I've got my work laptop in here. All I've got to do is pull a dongle out that runs my mouse and my keyboard and move it to my work laptop, and then press a button on my remote and it goes to my work laptop, and I can work on this, and then do the exact opposite to work on my personal laptop as well. And then it's also a smart TV, so I can watch Netflix, you know, all of the ESPN apps, yada yada yada, and YouTube. It has a YouTube app on it, but I don't ever use it because I just use my laptop for that. Mike says, I can't really say if you have a male and female. Oh, okay, you're talking to somebody else. All right, we're at the bottom of the chat. We still got 33 people here. Tampa Tom is here. Hey, Jeffro. Was taking a nap. I'm here now. Man, I needed a nap so bad this afternoon. I went to bed at like 1 last night and was up at 7. My alarm went off. So Friday morning, I woke up at 7:07 and my alarm wasn't even turned on. And I usually get the boys up at 7 to take them, or to get them ready for school. So didn't have my alarm set for Friday, but Friday night when I went to bed, I evidently set my alarm. And this morning I woke up at 7 and was like, you know, so I got up and made some biscuits and gravy and started my day. Yada yada yada. Yeah, nap sounds like really good. I've got an issue with naps though. Like, I feel like I'm missing out on something. Like, if I take a nap, like I'm missing out on my weekend. Like I'm losing time, you know. But I'm like getting to the point where I think I need a nap. Like I really could have used one today. I'm really tired right now, and I won't go to bed early. I'm gonna edit a video as soon as I get off here. So. Um, Mile High Pleco says, I'm sleepy too. I went hiking over 12,000 feet. I'm beat. Wow. I don't think I could do that here in Iowa. It wouldn't work. I could go 12,000 feet, but it wouldn't be vertical. Select Pet says, it was nice hanging out. Gotta go check on subordinates. Talk to y'all later. Well, have a good night, man. Bluefish Aquatic says, sleep is for fools. Yep, how I did it. And I've told this story on here before, but I'll go ahead and tell it again. It goes back to my childhood. Like, I always kind of wanted to be the last one up at night, so I'm like a night owl. You know, throughout the week, it don't matter if I got to get up at 5 or 6. I battle. Not that I can't go to sleep, it's just I don't want to go to sleep. So, throughout the week, I go to bed at like midnight. But it goes back to my childhood. There was one time that we lived at a farmhouse, and I manipulated my mom into rearranging the furniture to where the television in the living room was to where I could get under my covers whenever mom put me to bed at night, and I could crawl down to the foot of the bed and poke my head out of the covers at the foot of the bed, and I could watch the late night show on the TV out in the living room. I always wanted to stay up late, but I could get up early too. Like, I've got a 13-year-old, well, he's not 13 yet, but I got a 12-year-old that likes to stay up late, but he doesn't like to get up early either. Like, he's not an early bird. I'm a night owl and an early bird. Like, and my dad was that way too. Like, I can just go on little sleep, but every once in a while it does catch up to me, and it's starting to catch up. I can feel it. Joseph says, I took a nap on the couch with the dog today. It was great. Yeah, I bet it was. I could have took a nap. I had time to. I just hate doing it. Like, so what I did was I hadn't got caught up on my YouTube videos in quite a few days, so I sat and watched YouTube videos. Like, I got caught up on everybody's videos. So I'm completely caught up on YouTube videos now. So, yep, Dank Tank says, I love naps. Yeah, I do too. I just don't take them very often. Usually when I take a nap, it's on a Sunday, and it's because of like how I feel right now. Like, I'm really tired. Like, I need to probably do like a 4-hour nap tomorrow afternoon. Punchy says, I went to bed at 7 a.m. and got up about 3 p.m. You rebel. You're a rebel. Yep, same here. Like, it's somewhere around, you know. Well, actually, I go to bed at midnight every night through the week on a pretty normal basis and get up at 6. 6 hours isn't that bad. I could make it on 7 hours really easy, but 6 hours isn't that bad. Lesky13 Gaming says, who do you like to watch? I am subscribed to like 40 some channels, but for the most part they're fish keeping channels. KG Cichlids is here. What is up, KG? He's got a $1 super chat with no comment, but how are you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, Kevin. Devin Pepper says, Jeffro, what did you think of Jimmy's video about Mr. Brown's goldfish? I thought that was really awesome. That guy's really cool, too. I thought it was kind of sad on his story where he had to go up to the northeast part of the U.S. to see his kid for like a month this summer, and he lost some of his fish. And I could see that happening because your fish get so used to the way that you take care of them. With one little change, something happens, you know. But I thought it was really cool. I don't keep goldfish, and I haven't for quite a while. But yeah, I thought his fish were nice. I mean, he had some really awesome looking. Some of those goldfish out there nowadays are crazy. Kevin says $1 to make you holla. I didn't holler it, I don't think, but maybe I should have. Thanks again, man. Appreciate it. All right, we are at the bottom of the chat. We got 37 watching. I probably go another 15 minutes or so, I would say. Unless you guys can keep me entertained, or I can keep you entertained. I've ran out of things to talk about tonight, so I don't know. Devin Pepper says, it made me wish he had a YouTube channel. Yeah, I didn't know that he didn't have a YouTube channel. I wondered that when I was watching it, though. And another thing, I was watching one of Rachel O'Leary's videos. Maybe it was her today video. It might have been yesterday, because I was doing some catch up. And she's got a guy, and I hate to say what the name of the tank is, or the name of the video is, but it's something. It's a guy that used to work on Nat Geo. He was at her house filming her fish tanks in her greenhouse and stuff like that. But he used to work for National Geographic, and now he's freelance photography, and he's got his own YouTube channel. But I'm going to go check him out too, because he's going to be like another Jimmy. I mean, he had a slider and all kinds of stuff. Like, he's got some really expensive camera gear. And he used to work for a big, cable channel. So I'm sure his stuff is going to be really awesome. He said he spends 40 hours on every video that he makes. It's like, okay. My intro on the video today, I spent probably 5 or 6 hours between going and buying the stuff, putting it together, seeing that it didn't work, coming up with another plan and putting it together. And yeah, so my intro today, I spent a lot of time on it. It didn't turn out as good as what I wanted. Yeah, Punchy said it right. Tank tested. Nah. Tank tested? Yeah, maybe that's right. Bluefish Aquatic says, Kamuki seen his? ? Don't think so. KG Cichlid says there are a lot of fish channels, probably a lot of gyms out there. Yeah, no kidding. That really isn't no joke. Like, it's just finding them is what the deal is. Like, a lot of these guys, it's like, why haven't I never heard of them? Because like, I feel like, the group that I'm involved with now, that I see all the time, that I go to all their live streams and stuff, I feel like that's the mainstream. That's what I feel. And then when I see these other channels out there, and you see they've got a lot of subscribers, but you just never see them. And they upload frequently, but you never see them. They don't ever come up in my recommended or anything. So, yeah, I don't know. Fish Tropic is here with a bunch of thumbs up. What is up, Jason? Nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing good. We're going to go another 12 minutes or so. Let's see, what else? Anybody else got anything fun coming up? Anything crazy they want to talk about? Interesting? Any deals out there going on? I tried to stay still and quiet for as long as I could to make you guys think that we froze. It's like, but I moved. I like breathed. It's like, my stream health is bad. I wonder what's wrong with it. I've been awake for way too long. Let's see. Maybe I missed something in the chat. 33 people here and nobody's got anything to say. We got a bunch of lurkers here tonight is what the deal is. He is on Instagram at Devin Peppers. Okay. Yeah, if you're selling real expensive, nice goldfish like that, you've got to have some kind of social media thing out there. Candy Overall says, I got beautiful apistos from Barbara Jackson. Awesome. I love the apistogramma. Excuse me. Lesky 13 Gaming says $1 per gallon at Pet Supplies Plus. I'm trying to think of where I have a Pet Supplies Plus at. I've seen that. Mike says you're a dork, Jeffro. I know it. I was born this way, man. I'm trying to think of where I have a Pet Supplies Plus. I've seen them before, but I can't remember. I live in Iowa, so I'm trying to think. Because I'm in the market for a tank, but probably not one that would be on the dollar per gallon. Pam says, I finally got dialed in on getting my Farallawella eggs to hatch, which is exciting to me. That's awesome. I love that kind of stuff. Like, I kid you not, I'll probably have to do a Instagram post tomorrow is what my plan is. But I have got to show you guys how many freaking plecos I spawned last weekend. And I don't know, I guess I got enough time. We got 9 minutes left. I'll talk about that. I made a video where I challenged myself to spawn these albino female bristlenose plecos in here. And I did it last weekend, and I think I talked about it a little bit during the live stream last Saturday night, and maybe I talked about it Wednesday night too, but I got it to happen. I made a video. It's like 30 plus minutes long, like 32 minutes long. But guys, the clutch of eggs was the biggest I've ever seen. I know there's got to be over 100, and they all made it. I didn't lose one of them. So tomorrow morning, I'll put a light on the breeder box and make a little short video to put on Instagram for you guys, because it is crazy. That was exciting. I just challenged myself to do it in 48 hours, and the backstory to it is I bought these female bristlenose. I bought 4 of them. 1 bristlenose died, and 3 of them lived, and I've had them in this tank for over a year, and they're all females. And I saw my son's male that he spawns with his females all the time acting really goofy over the last week or so prior to last weekend. You know, he was fanning on a cave that didn't have any eggs and just acting all goofy like he thought he had eggs, you know. And I thought, I'm going to ask my son. I actually rented that pleco for 2 nights from my son for $10. I told him, I said, I'll pay you $10, let me borrow him. And I challenged myself, and I started videoing right off the bat to do it in 48 hours, and I made it happen. I mean, it happened in like 27 hours, actually. It probably happened within 24 hours, but after last Saturday night's live stream, I worked on thumbnails until like 1 in the morning, and before I went to bed, I just looked in the cave, and there was the biggest clutch I've ever seen in my life. So it was like 27 hours, but... Tampa Tom says, Jeffro, do you have any goldfish? I do not at this time have any goldfish at all. Prior to the summer tubs, I had my 90-gallon tub that I used outside this summer in the basement for over a year, and I had some koi fish and some goldfish down there in that, but I rehomed them all to bring that out this summer. So in the winter, I rehomed my koi fish to a lady that lives a little over 2 hours away, and then I rehomed my goldfish down to my local fish store, and I do not have any goldfish at all. Punchy says the Farallawellas are all wild caught in the fish trade, so I'm excited about getting it figured out and having a good, successful hatch. It is exciting. On that note, I had my first clutch of eggs from a bristlenose get fungus as well. So like whenever these spawned last weekend, I had a clutch of eggs in the breeder box that were only like 2 or 3 days old, and they were getting ready to hatch. And I've got some breeder boxes on order, but they just haven't made it yet. And I was thinking, These hopefully don't hatch prior to getting those boxes, because then they're all going to be in that tank. I like to pull my eggs, but then the next morning after these spawned, I noticed I had fungus on my super red clutch, and it was like a clutch of like 40 eggs. And what had happened was is a shrimp had gotten sucked up into the intake of that little power head that's hooked to that breeder box, and it was dead and it was cut in half. And I think that's what gave my eggs the fungus, because it was kind of tucked underneath them and I hadn't even noticed it. Oh my gosh, the chat disappeared. All it says is their names, and it doesn't have what they chatted about there. It's popped back. Huh. Funny. Okay. Let's see here. Red Dirt Cichlids, I don't know how you did that, but his chat is different. Hello, my fish peeps. What is up, Red Dirt Cichlids? Must be some kind of new thing these kids are doing nowadays. Got these kids nowadays, look at their chat. Does it look weird to you guys as well? Tampa Tom says, will auto cats eat algae wafers? The tank looks clean and I never see them eat anything. I've never kept auto cats, but I would bet you they probably would. KG Cichlid says Jeff and John Hudson would get along. I don't know who John Hudson is, but I get along with just about everybody, so I would bet you're right. Devin Pepper says, bye guys, got to get back to work. Congrats. Thanks a lot, Devin. I appreciate it. I really don't know who John Hudson is. John Hudson. I probably should know who it is. Yep, thanks, Devin. I appreciate it. Get off my lawn. Oh, okay. Now I know who you're talking about. All right, guys, we got 3 more minutes. Already talked about the video that's coming out Monday. It is exciting for me. Make sure and help me out by sharing it if you guys could, because my Pleco videos do good as long as people see it. I'll do my side of things like on Instagram and stuff like that, but if you guys get a chance, share it. It's not like it's a great videography, you know, masterpiece or anything like that, but if you see my video, and there's not very many videos like it. I don't think there's very many top 5 favorite Pleco videos out there. Dustin had did one, and it's a little different than mine. Of course, we're different channels, you know, but I think that it turned out good, and I hope that it's successful. Friday Fish Fact says I'm late, just made it. Yeah, we're only going to go for a couple more minutes. Yeah, I got another video to edit tonight, so. Friday Fish Fact says, I love your Pleco videos. Thanks, man. I enjoy making them. I really enjoy the Pleco versus food videos, and I actually need to get back on the ball. I did make one last weekend, and it's kind of cool because Plecos didn't win, you know, but I did make one. I've got one to make next weekend, but I could probably make 2 next weekend, or I could probably make 1 this week even. You know, I need to make a couple and get them in the mix to where there's at least one of them coming up every month or so, you know, or like once every 2 weeks, maybe 2 a month or something like that, because people really do like them. They're interesting, they're fun for me. I enjoy making them, and yeah, so I really like the Pleco videos too. Tampa Tom says, editing videos puts me to sleep so fast. It doesn't have that kind of effect on me. Like, I've got a pretty smooth thing going right now. Like, yeah. My editing software is pretty simple too. John Bedker says, John was the first useful YouTube channel I found when I first started keeping fish. Cool. Oddball Aquatic says, what's up, everybody? What is up, Oddball Aquatics? Welcome to the live stream. Alright, guys, we are at the hour-and-a-half mark. Probably going to go ahead and call it there. Like I said at the beginning of the video, 50th live stream, you know, I mean, and it's really, truthfully, it's kind of hard until you guys sit on this side of things to really, whenever a YouTube creator is sitting here saying it's all due to you guys, it really is all due to you guys. If you guys did not come to my live streams, I wouldn't have a live stream show. So it's kind of hard to really realize it until you're on this side of it doing the live streams to really sit there and say it really is thanks to all of you guys, and all of you guys' support through your likes, through your comments, through your sharing of my videos, through your views, all of that kind of stuff. And thanks for the $1 super chat tonight from KG Cichlids. Thanks a lot, Kevin. No comment on there, but everybody that comes to these live streams, I really appreciate it. And we're going strong. We're going to keep on going. And yeah, we're going to pop out another 50 before you know it. I have been thinking about possibly adding another live stream in there, but I'm not ready to do that yet. Maybe this winter when everybody is in the house with cabin fever and all bored, maybe I'll add another one this winter. I'll have to change a lot of things because, gosh, now on my channel art, I've got it listed on my channel art. You know, I'll have to change that. There's all kinds of things I have to do to change that, but anyhow, hopefully you guys have a great rest of the weekend. Make sure and check out my video Monday. It's Pleco video, top 5 favorite Plecos. And then we'll see you guys again here next Wednesday night, same time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a great weekend. Peace out, y'all. Peace.